The quiet birth of dangerous confidence. Dangerous confidence does not arrive loudly. It is not announced. It is not displayed for approval. It is built quietly, in moments where no one is watching. Stoicism teaches that true power begins internally, long before the world ever notices. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be content to seem what you really are." This chapter begins with that idea. Confidence is not something you perform. It is something you become. Most people chase confidence through attention, praise, and validation. The Stoic walks the opposite path. He removes dependence. He strips away need. And in doing so, he becomes unshakable. Dangerous confidence is calm, steady, and deeply rooted in self-mastery. The first Stoic rule is simple but difficult. Control what you can, release what you cannot. Confidence collapses when it depends on outcomes. When your worth rises and falls with results, opinions, or reactions, you are fragile. The Stoic trains himself to invest only in effort, not reward. He wakes up knowing that today may praise him or ignore him, reward him or test him. None of it defines him. This mental separation is the foundation of fearless confidence. When nothing external controls your self-image, no one can intimidate you, rush you, or break your composure. The second Stoic rule follows naturally. Discipline the mind before disciplining the world. Confidence without discipline is arrogance. Discipline without confidence is hesitation. Stoicism unites the two. Seneca warned that an undisciplined mind becomes its own worst enemy. The Stoic practices daily control over thoughts, impulses, and habits. He does not react instantly. He pauses, he observes, he chooses. Over time, this inner order creates presence. People feel it. Not because he demands attention, but because he does not need it. Silence becomes weight. Stillness becomes authority. The third Stoic rule introduces restraint. Speak less. Observe more. Most men talk themselves into weakness. They explain too much. They defend too often. They reveal emotions that should be processed privately. The Stoic understands that words are tools, not outlets. Epictetus taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Dangerous confidence is expressed through timing, not volume. When you speak only when necessary, your words carry gravity. When you remain silent under pressure, others reveal themselves. This restraint creates control without confrontation. The fourth Stoic rule is emotional ownership. You are responsible for your reactions. No one makes you angry, insecure, or afraid. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that external events are neutral, and meaning is assigned by the mind. This realization changes everything. When emotions arise, the Stoic does not suppress them, nor does he obey them. He studies them. He asks what belief created them. Confidence grows when emotions no longer command behavior. Fear may exist, but it does not lead. Doubt may whisper, but it does not decide. The final lesson of this chapter introduces the seed of dangerous confidence. Accept discomfort as training. The Stoics believed hardship was not punishment, but preparation. Comfort weakens resolve. Resistance sharpens it. When you willingly face discomfort, rejection, silence, and uncertainty, your nervous system adapts. You stop needing reassurance. You stop seeking permission. Confidence emerges naturally because you have proven to yourself that you can endure. This is where quiet power is born. Not from dominance over others, but from mastery of the self. Chapter 2. Detach from approval and reclaim your power. Most confidence collapses because it is borrowed. Borrowed from praise, borrowed from attention, borrowed from being liked. Stoicism cuts this dependency at the root. The fifth Stoic rule is clear. Never hand control of your self-worth to other people. Marcus Aurelius warned that living for approval turns the soul into a servant. When you need validation, you give others power over your emotions. Dangerous confidence begins when approval becomes optional. You still respect people, but you no longer need their agreement. This mental shift creates freedom. And freedom creates calm. Approval seeking is subtle. It hides behind politeness, humor, and over-explanation. The Stoic learns to notice these patterns and remove them. He does not rush to justify himself. He does not panic when misunderstood. Epictetus taught that if you want to improve, you must accept being seen as foolish by those who do not understand your path. This is difficult at first. Silence feels risky. Disagreement feels uncomfortable. But every time you resist the urge to explain yourself, confidence strengthens. You begin to trust your own judgment more than public opinion. The sixth Stoic rule is identity discipline. Decide who you are before the world decides for you. Without a chosen identity, people will assign one. The Stoic defines himself by values, not reactions. He knows what he stands for, what he tolerates, and what he refuses. This clarity eliminates inner conflict. When your actions align with your principles, confidence stabilizes. You stop questioning yourself after every interaction. You stop replaying conversations. Peace replaces noise. Dangerous confidence grows quietly when self-doubt is no longer fed. The seventh Stoic rule deepens detachment. Do not chase respect. Earn it through consistency. Respect is not demanded. It is observed. People trust calm individuals because calm signals control. Seneca believed that character reveals itself over time, not through performance. The Stoic shows up the same under pressure as he does in comfort. He does not perform confidence. He embodies it. This consistency makes manipulation impossible. When others cannot provoke you, flatter you, or shame you into reaction, you gain invisible authority. Another test of approval detachment appears in conflict. The Stoic does not argue to win. He responds to clarify truth or remains silent. Winning arguments feeds ego, not confidence. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that being right means nothing if peace is lost. Dangerous confidence is the ability to walk away without resentment, to let others misunderstand you without correcting them, to remain grounded when someone disrespects you. This restraint is not weakness. It is evidence that your identity is secure. This chapter closes with a powerful realization. When approval loses its grip, fear weakens. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of standing alone. You realize that solitude is not punishment, it is strength training. The Stoic becomes comfortable being unseen, unheard, and uncelebrated. And from that place, confidence becomes unbreakable. Because it no longer depends on applause, it depends on alignment. This is the kind of confidence that cannot be shaken, challenged, or taken away. Chapter 3. Master silence and let results speak. Confidence collapses when words replace strength. The Stoics understood this deeply. The eighth Stoic rule is silence as strategy. Not silence born from fear, but silence chosen from control. Marcus Aurelius wrote that true power is shown in restraint, not noise. When you speak less, you reveal less. When you reveal less, others cannot manipulate you. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates respect. The dangerously confident person does not announce plans, justify decisions, or explain emotions. He moves quietly and lets outcomes speak. In a loud world, silence becomes dominance. Every unnecessary word drains authority. Every pause restores it. Silence sharpens awareness and prevents emotional leakage. Most people talk to relieve anxiety. They speak to be liked, to be understood, to feel safe. The Stoic speaks to be precise. Epictetus warned that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. When you speak less, you listen more. When you listen more, you learn patterns. Manipulators rely on information. Silence starves them. You stop offering reactions. You stop revealing triggers. You stop feeding their control. This is not coldness. It is discipline. Calm confidence grows when you no longer feel pressure to fill space with words. Stillness becomes your signature. The 9th Stoic rule is emotional containment. Feel fully, display selectively. Stoicism never taught emotional suppression. It taught emotional mastery. Anger, fear, excitement, and desire are human. Broadcasting them is optional. Seneca believed uncontrolled emotion enslaves the mind. The Stoic allows emotions to pass internally without granting them public authority. This makes you unpredictable. When people cannot read your reactions, they cannot steer your behavior. Calm on the outside creates confusion in those who seek leverage. Inside, you remain aware. Outside, you remain composed. This balance is power. Silence also trains patience. Modern life rewards instant reaction. Stoicism rewards delayed response. Marcus Aurelius practiced waiting before judging events. Most situations resolve themselves without interference. When you rush to respond, you often worsen outcomes. Dangerous confidence trusts time. It waits. It observes. It allows truth to surface naturally. Silence gives space for mistakes to reveal themselves, for others to overplay their hand, for clarity to arrive. The Stoic understands that not every moment requires action. Some moments require endurance. Patience protects energy. Energy fuels confidence. Results are the ultimate language. The Stoic does not threaten, boast, or persuade. He acts consistently. Over time, patterns form, trust builds, authority grows. Seneca wrote that long-term respect is earned quietly. People notice discipline. They notice reliability. They notice calm under pressure. Words fade. Behavior remains. When results arrive without announcement, they speak louder than promises. This creates silent influence. Others begin to listen without you asking. They seek your presence. This is confidence rooted in substance, not performance. This chapter completes a vital transformation. When silence replaces explanation, when patience replaces urgency, when control replaces expression, confidence stabilizes. You stop leaking power. You stop chasing reactions. You stop competing for attention. Instead, you stand firm, speak deliberately, and act decisively. The Stoic does not need to be loud to be strong. He does not need to be seen to be felt. Silence becomes his armor. Results become his voice. And from this place, dangerous confidence becomes permanent. Chapter 4. Remove attachment and become untouchable. The most confident mind is free from attachment. This is the 10th Stoic rule, and it is the most dangerous of all. Attachment creates fear. Fear creates weakness. When you cling to outcomes, people, approval, or comfort, you hand your power away. Marcus Aurelius warned that dependence on externals enslaves the soul. The Stoic trains himself to want less so that nothing can be used against him. When you are not desperate to win, to be praised, or to be accepted, manipulation loses its grip. Detachment is not indifference, it is clarity. You care deeply, but you are not controlled. Most suffering comes from expectations. You expect loyalty, fairness, gratitude, or recognition. When reality fails to match expectation, frustration follows. Stoicism teaches voluntary release. Epictetus said that freedom begins when you desire only what depends on you. You cannot control how others act, feel, or respond. You can control your conduct. When you stop demanding specific outcomes, peace increases instantly. Dangerous confidence grows when disappointment loses its power. You stop being emotionally pulled by events. You remain centered while others react. Attachment also shows up as identity dependence. Titles, roles, status, and image become fragile anchors. When threatened, panic follows. The Stoic detaches identity from externals. You are not your success. You are not your failure. You are your character. Seneca believed that self-worth rooted in virtue cannot be shaken. When criticism comes, it passes through without damage. When praise comes, it does not inflate ego. Balance returns. This emotional neutrality creates stability that others instinctively trust. Letting go also sharpens decision-making. When attachment clouds judgment, fear influences choices. You hesitate. You compromise values. You delay necessary action. Detachment clears the path. You act based on reason, not desperation. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that loss is not harm unless it damages character. When you internalize this truth, risk loses its terror. You become bold without recklessness. Calm replaces anxiety. Confidence stabilizes because it no longer depends on guarantees. Relationships improve through detachment. Clinging creates tension. Neediness repels respect. Stoicism teaches quiet presence. You offer sincerity without demand. You give without keeping score. This shifts dynamics. Others feel less pressure and more trust. Paradoxically, detachment deepens connection. When people know you will be fine without them, they respect you more. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop chasing validation. You simply stand grounded. This chapter completes another layer of Stoic armor. When you remove attachment, you remove leverage. Fear fades. Clarity sharpens. Confidence becomes internal. You no longer beg circumstances to cooperate. You adapt. You endure. You act. Nothing external defines you. Nothing external controls you. From this position, you are calm in loss, steady in chaos, and unshaken by uncertainty. This is untouchable confidence. Quiet, grounded, permanent. Chapter 5: Practice silent strength and let results speak. True confidence does not announce itself. It moves quietly and leaves evidence behind. This is a core Stoic rule that separates the disciplined from the insecure. Loud people seek validation. Calm people create results. Marcus Aurelius warned against performing virtue for applause. The Stoic acts correctly whether watched or ignored. Silence is not weakness. It is control. When you stop explaining yourself, arguing your worth, or defending every choice, energy returns. You conserve strength. You focus on action. Manipulators lose interest because silence gives them nothing to grab. Quiet discipline becomes your shield and your weapon. Most people talk too much because they fear being misunderstood. Stoicism teaches acceptance of misinterpretation. Epictetus said that if you want to improve, be content to appear foolish. Silence removes unnecessary conflict. When you stop reacting verbally, situations cool down. Others reveal themselves. Words often escalate problems that patience would dissolve. Silent strength means listening more than speaking and observing before acting. You stop wasting time on debates that lead nowhere. You choose impact over noise. This restraint builds respect slowly but permanently. Silence also protects inner focus. Constant explanation scatters attention. Every justification drains mental clarity. Stoics believed attention was sacred. Where attention goes, life follows. By limiting speech, you guard your direction. You act without broadcasting plans. This prevents sabotage, envy, and interference. Seneca warned that premature disclosure weakens execution. When goals stay private, pressure decreases. You move steadily instead of performatively. Confidence grows because progress is real, not imagined. Calm replaces anxiety because validation is no longer required. Silent strength is most powerful during provocation. Insults invite reaction. Manipulation seeks emotional response. Stoicism teaches pause. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that another person's behavior cannot harm his character unless he allows it. When you refuse to react, you deny satisfaction. The instigator feels exposed. Silence forces them to confront their own behavior. You remain composed while they unravel. This creates psychological advantage without aggression. Calm becomes dominance. Stillness becomes authority. Results are the final language. Stoics trusted outcomes over promises. You do not announce growth. You demonstrate it. You do not threaten change. You embody it. This builds credibility. People stop questioning you because evidence speaks louder than words. Silent strength also keeps ego in check. Success does not inflate identity. Failure does not destroy it. You remain balanced. This emotional stability makes confidence durable. Nothing external needs to confirm it. This chapter completes another essential Stoic discipline. Speak less, act more. Let silence sharpen focus. Let results answer questions. Confidence rooted in action cannot be shaken by opinion. You do not need to convince anyone. Your life becomes the proof. Calm follows naturally. Strength becomes visible without display. This is how Stoics train power. Quietly, patiently, permanently. Chapter 6: Master your day, master your life. Every day is a new battlefield, but also a new opportunity. Stoics taught that the measure of a life is not in comfort or wealth, but in how you navigate each moment with virtue and calm. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that each day is short and precious, and what you do in it shapes the man you become. The final lesson is to treat each morning as a training ground, each action as a test of character, and each challenge as a chance to refine discipline. Life's chaos is unavoidable, but how you face it is entirely your choice. When you wake, you decide your focus. When you act, you define your values. When you rest, you restore your strength. This is the essence of Stoic mastery. Discipline is invisible, but it compounds like interest. Small, consistent actions taken deliberately build unstoppable momentum. Epictetus taught that mastery begins with small choices: controlling speech, observing emotions, performing duties fully. Each morning, decide the virtues you will embody: patience, courage, honesty, self-control. Let them guide every interaction, every decision, every thought. The disciplined mind sees distractions and chooses what aligns with purpose. The undisciplined mind reacts to every impulse. Your day reflects your inner order. Master your routines, and you master your life. Focus is your weapon. The most powerful minds are those who control attention. Seneca wrote that it is not that life is short, but that we waste it in trivialities. Begin each day by identifying what matters most. Narrow your tasks to essentials. Ignore gossip, envy, and meaningless conflict. Let the noise of others fade into the background. Concentrate on actions that produce real value. Each step, each effort, each decision becomes meaningful. Discipline your mind to resist the urge to multitask aimlessly. A focused mind achieves more in 1 hour than a scattered mind achieves in a week. The 1% think this way. Stoics practice this naturally. Resilience is forged in the daily grind. Life will test you relentlessly. Setbacks, insults, and failures will arrive. Marcus Aurelius wrote that external events are beyond our control. Only our response is ours. When difficulty arises, pause. Observe your emotions. Separate what you can control from what you cannot. Respond with reason, not reaction. Strength is not avoiding difficulty, it is enduring it with integrity. By approaching each challenge as a lesson, you convert suffering into growth. Over time, resilience becomes instinctive. You do not crumble under pressure. You navigate it with clarity and poise. Relationships are another arena of mastery. Stoicism is not isolation. It is engagement with purpose. Treat others with justice, honesty, and compassion. Do not attempt to control them, but influence by example. Marcus Aurelius believed that leading through action inspires more than words ever could. Avoid manipulation, resentment, and passive aggression. Observe, listen, and respond with wisdom. In every encounter, choose dignity over ego. A calm, disciplined presence draws respect and cooperation. Influence grows silently through consistency, not force. By mastering how you interact, you build trust, authority, and harmony. The final rule is reflection. Each night, review your day with honesty. Consider your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Did you live according to virtue? Did you respond with reason? Did you maintain calm? Seneca advised that self-examination is the key to improvement. Celebrate successes quietly. Note mistakes without self-judgment. This nightly practice creates momentum. Tomorrow is a new chance to refine discipline, deepen focus, and expand resilience. Each day becomes a building block for mastery. Over years, this accumulation of disciplined days leads to a life of purpose, power, and inner peace. This concludes our journey through Stoic discipline. The rules you have learned: control your mind, embrace reality, slow down, act with virtue, conserve energy, practice silent strength, focus deeply, endure hardship, influence wisely, and reflect consistently, are not theoretical. They are practical tools for living your best life every day. When applied faithfully, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You act intentionally, you think clearly, you live with purpose, and you rise above chaos. Calm, confidence, and clarity become permanent companions. Master your days, and you master your life. This is the Stoic Tide. If this chapter sharpened your daily mastery, like to support Stoic excellence, share with someone seeking calm, discipline, and focus. Subscribe for daily strength, timeless wisdom, and practical Stoic principles.